So one of the big transfer stories involving Liverpool at the moment is obviously Coutinho possibly going to Barcelona, especially now Neymar's obviously gone to PSG for insane money. Barcelona got loads of money to spunk now. So, John, do you think Coutinho will leave Liverpool?
Yeah. I think eventually he was going to leave anyway, and I think really the only destination was going to be Real Madrid or Barcelona. So I think it's just sped up by a year. I think next year he would have gone. I think it's looking very likely that he's going to go, and you know, these are the type of opportunities from his perspective that maybe only come around once. You know, if he doesn't leave, then you know he might. Then again, I mean, there's always teams ready to tap him up or something like that. So, but I just think it's. I don't know. I just think now that Neymar's gone, Iniesta's maybe probably last season. You can go there, learn a lot, and you know, if someone said to you, you can play along the likes of Messi and Suarez again. You know, I can completely understand why he would want to go. Yeah. The only thing that bothers me is then that would kind of cement my idea that we're just almost like a business now. We're just a feeder club. You know, I don't really think FSG are interested in. Well, no, I think they want domestic. I think they want success, but the way they want it just isn't really feasible. And a great example is Southampton. We're just doing exactly what Southampton does, except on a bigger scale. So.
Yeah, no, they're fair points. Fair points. I'm not sure if I think Coutinho will go this season. I do agree that it will eventually go, but I just don't think Liverpool will actually sell him this season because we could probably get more money for him next year. To be honest, we'll just have to wait and see. I hope he doesn't. Apparently, some reports saying that he wants to go if it's possible and in a nice way, which is fair enough, I guess. But we'll have to wait and see. I hope he doesn't go. However, if he does go, could we cope without Philippe Coutinho? How much of a disaster would it be?
I mean, it would be a big loss because he's been there for a few years, and he's done really well in Klopp's system. He's been a huge player for us. I do think we could cope though. I think because of the other signings, because of the system we have in place, and now Sturridge stepping up again. I know touch wood because there's injuries and that, but with people like Salah, Solanke coming in, Firmino sticking around, I still think our attacking options are strong. Of course, I'd be gutted to lose him, but at the same time, kind of similar to John, I wouldn't resent him for wanting to go because it might be his only chance. Though also similar to you, I'd hope we could. Like, he probably will go, but if we could just hold on to him for another season, almost like Suarez, where we got him for that extra season, where it's like, oh look, we know that you want to go, but please just give us one more year. And plus, this year especially, it's Liverpool's year back in the Champions League, Yeah. And like I say, his price tag will probably go up if he continues to perform the way he's been performing for us, and he does that on the big European nights. That's only going to add value. I really hope he stays one more season, but sorry.
Just something to add to that as well is, it is really like horrible to talk about when your your star player is going, but at the same time, Suarez went, we coped. Torres went, we coped. Gerrard went, we coped. Alonso went, we coped. Like, we had all these great players.
We didn't cope so well when Alonso went.
Yeah, well, let that one lie, yeah. But it's like, and in our team now, there's so much competition, right? We won't have the flair. We don't have that same kind of danger from outside the box as we do with him, but we've got players that can't replace him but can do a job in that position, so I think we'll be all right.
It's a funny one really with Coutinho because he's got two positions where he's going to play. He's either the left side of the forward three or probably in the out the two attacking midfielders. So we do have plenty of options really in both of those areas. I could see, for example, when we're wanting to rotate, I could see Solanke playing on the left-hand side. I saw him, what I have seen of him in pre-season and a bit in the under-20s World Cup. He was always coming out, getting the ball out on the left and then coming in with it a lot of the time. So that could be very much a possibility. However, this season I just think we need all our best players on the pitch. We need Phil Coutinho there, in my opinion. I just think this is his chance to make it in the Premier League. Because the thing is, I don't know if he's good enough to be in Barcelona. I'll be honest. Like, he's great on his day. He's amazing, but then he might go like 2 months and just be shit.
no consistency, right?
No, not at all. So I don't know if he's there yet. Like, I don't know if Barcelona even. We'll have to wait and see, like I say, but I'm not completely convinced. I think there's better options out there, to be honest. Like, for Barcelona, they can get anyone, absolutely anyone. You know, the likes of Dembele at Dortmund, for example. There's a lot of people out there that they could get, really. So we'll have to wait and see.
Delaney.
Yeah.
They love him though, don't they?
Well, yeah.
Always was the advisor. You know?
Gareth Bale would be a hell of a signing for him, you know. It would piss a lot of Madrid fans off, but, you know, could happen. Stranger things have happened, you know. So a couple of other things, obviously, you know, this is another thing with Coutinho going. Lallana's obviously out for 2 months, you know. So, you know, potential playing in the same kind of role as Coutinho. John, how much is a miss? How much of a miss is he going to be?
He's another game changer. You know, I wouldn't say as much of like. I was going to compare him to Coutinho then. Coutinho can change a game on like with his long shots and stuff like that. Lallana though brings so much energy, and he is like Klopp's favourite, really, isn't he? He kind of just completely embodies the gegenpressing philosophy, and he's just boss. You know what I mean? Last season was a big season for him, I think, because he started to put goals on his like repertoire, which was like a big problem for him when he first came. For me, I think he's another crucial one for our success this season. 2 months, you've still got Wijnaldum and Chan as well, and Henderson. But he's like, for me, he's probably like one of the first names on the team sheet. I'd say he's like top 3 in the first names on the team sheet.
Especially with his pressing game, do you know what I mean? And just works straight into Klopp's system, and he's done really, really well. That's why I honestly think Coutinho won't be sold, mainly because of Lallana, to be honest. Tom, big question, this one. A very, very big question. Henderson, right? First of all, is he going to get much game time? Because there's a lot of competition in that midfield, especially if we get Naby Keita as well. And if he's not getting game time, this is a big question. Should he be captain?
I love Hendo. I think he's really come on, but when I look at the players around him and the likelihood of him being in the first 11, I would put serious question marks over his captaincy. I think he's done a good job as captain. I think early on he struggled a little bit. I remember like when Balotelli undermined him for the penalty. That still pisses me off. That was wrong. But I think he has stepped up. But realistically, it's nothing against him. I love him as a player, but I think it's going to be difficult for him to be a regular in that starting 11, just because, like you say, the competition is so good. And if Keita comes, even if he doesn't, it's going to be really difficult for him. So I would say maybe a change in captaincy. But.
Yeah, fair enough. Yeah, it's difficult. I always think captain should play every game, you know. If not, just give it to Mignolet, I guess. But
yeah, but it's right though, isn't it? Because like the captain is like the leader on the pitch, right? So you need your leader there. He was missed so much of last season, and we just coped fine without him, you know. One thing I would say though is Henderson does bring a lot of energy to the game. He's kind of like Lallana in a way. I think Lallana understands the tactics a bit more, maybe because he's had more experience as well. Because again, Henderson's been injured for ages, but he's he's got lots of it. It's like a cow, isn't he? He's just got loads of energy, loads of passion, and I think that's important as well. It's sad because Henderson's come on a long way since we first signed him, and he's matured into quite a good size at that fly. He's turned into a really good player, but yeah, like you say, there's no competition. Maybe I was going to say give it to Milner, but will he be playing every week? It's like who? Ideally, I'd say give it to Coutinho. Right, you'll be captain for the year.
Massive shout.
This is your opportunity to step up, double your price tag. You can be the next Neymar. Probably no one's that stupid, but you could be the next Neymar. And do that. I think that would be the best course of action to do.
Mate, honestly, you just took the words right out of my mouth, man. I honestly think, like, if we could give Coutinho the captain's armband, maybe even the number 8 shirt, dare I say, do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I would.
Put him in midfield and just be like, right, you're our main man. We want to build a squad completely around you. You're it may be enticing more to stay. I think Coutinho, I think he likes being in Liverpool, you know, likes being at the club. So we'll have to, you know, again. But for Henderson, it's going to be tricky. I thought he was quite impressive in pre-season. You know, his range of passing is absolutely unbelievable, really is good. He needs to add goals to his game. It depends where he's going to play. If he's playing in that holding role, then he could play quite a lot, especially if we don't manage to get Keita. He could be the man that plays in there. He did a lot last season before he got injured. So, yeah, it's another one we'll have to wait and see. But interesting, let us know in the comment section down below, who do you think should be Liverpool captain, if not Henderson?